Hey Dan. Last time we took advantage of one of the secrets here in the detention center to skip through most of the level by going in through this part here and then up and over down to where the elevator access is. But this time I want to show you how you can play the level without using that skip. If I can get up over there, very good. And out again. Now before we do, there's one more secret here. You can see up there is another one of those little broken pieces of the wall. So I'm just going to use a thermal detonator there. And for this one, you sort of have to jump while crouching. So crouch, jump, and then release, crouch at just the right moment. I'm not having much luck with it. Alright. I turned my headlight off just to save the batteries. But you'll see we'll come to this section here, which, if you look down, seems to be where all the stormtroopers go for a smoke break. But there's also an extra life there. Turn the headlight back off and head on over, back towards the elevator. So we start here on the first level, the sort of eye level, and what we're going to do is get into the elevator and just take it one level down. And start clearing out this place level by level. Now, do be careful for all of the ricocheting blaster bolts. Also be very careful for all of the mines that are scattered about the floor. This can be a good time to break out the fusion cutter, which, as I said before, does not ricochet. I'm getting way too close to those mines. All right. You can activate them by throwing thermal detonators at them. Ooh, but even then, make sure you are keeping your distance. And another way that you can deal with them is by quickly running up towards them and backing away from them. I think I covered that in the last video, but just wanted to give you a little reminder. Now here we have a place to input a code, but if we check our, not that one, our inventory, we'll see that we do not currently have any codes. Alright, we'll keep our eyes open. There's another secret in here. More shields, which is good, because definitely took a bit of a beating already. And we'll keep going around this side here. Clear away those. And you see once the officer died, he did drop a code key there. So now we have code key 3. And there's another couple of secrets here. So let's open up this one on this side. And oh, I accidentally killed the mouse droid. I try not to. I just feel bad for the innocent droids that don't really do anything. And that one on that side, very good. Just gonna pop my goggles on here. Because yes, so inside this secret there is yet another secret. So you can take the elevator down here by flicking that switch. Make sure you're using your infrared goggles. Because, as you can see, this space is filled with enemies, but it is also completely dark. So, if you can manage to use your goggles, and I'm actually going to get in there instead of just letting the elevator take me back up again, they will not be able to target you because it is completely dark in here. Alright, and there's another extra life in case we needed one. We're doing alright so far. what we could use is some health, but there are some other spots for that. Call the elevator back down. Ride it back up. Oop. There we go. And this secret room here is just a single secret, but nice, good amount of shields. There is one more detail, which is that you'll see this straight line through the wall towards that sort of letter C there, and that's your hint that you can shoot that. And you may have heard a door open there. If we race back, we can jump up there. Oh, we'll need to be a little bit quicker. And inside should be a full revive. So let's do that again. Oop. And there we are. Fortunately, it does unlock from the other side. So, having completely cleared this section, you might notice there is this door that remains locked. So we're going to go back to where the code entry is, over here. Check our inventory. And we'll see that it's, that sort of lowercase sigma, the broken X, and the delta, little triangle. So let's do that. Okay, so I always hit the fire button instead of the space bar. Alright, that one there. Broken X and the delta. Very good. And let's just get rid of that. Very good. Is it gone? I think it is. Alright, now what do we have in here? What we do have, medkit, that's good. We did pick up some mortars here for the mortar gun. And I'll show that off on the next level down, but I'm going to switch back to the Stormtrooper blaster. So having cleared this level, go back to the elevator, hit the switch, and it will take us down one more. Once again, trying to be very careful of not the one I wanted. But it did take out the Stormtrooper. Yeah, so you can see oh dear, those do bounce. Bounce. Alright, let's stick with that then. As I was saying there, the blast radius on those landmines is very large, so even though I had accidentally placed one inside the elevator, and the Stormtrooper was standing right here, it was still enough to kill him in one blast. Now over in this hallway, you'll see there is this force field here. Now we can't get through it. They are going to keep shooting at us despite the fact that it's a force field, and fun fact, you can actually get them to shoot themselves. Yep. Yep. That's Imperial training for you. Now, you can't get through there yourself unless you come over here. I just want to make sure. Okay, yes, I did have my headlight on. I was like, it's a little too bright for where I am. Toggle this switch here. Jump back out. And if we run around, we'll be able to exit through there. Now, of course, there is no force field on in that doorway, so be very careful. That Stormtrooper will try to shoot you very quickly. And there is an IM mine there, so let's just see if we can't. There we go, activate it. And down here, underneath the desk, that's the switch you need to hit in order to exit again, because once again, the force field is here. If you try to press through it, it will just take off health. Now, we are in a detention center, but not the detention center that we want. But this can be a good place to, well, get rid of a few more Imperial commandos and pick up a few more items. Let's try... Nope, it's number 8. There we go. I sort of shot it over the shoulder of those two. I think that should be all of the commandos. Now, inside each of these rooms, you will either find these Grands, who are unarmed. They just seem to be prisoners. So it's a bit gruesome. You don't have to open it up and, you know, attack them, but the rooms will also have some health pickups in them. The other thing that you will find are Seekers. Or they'll be empty. Yes, there we go. Couple of Seekers, couple of shield recharges. And I believe it's the same thing over here. Much easier to get rid of those when you use the thermal detonators. Alright, and once again we have cleared our way, or cleared this level out. A few more energy units there. Crouch down and hit the switch. Leap heroically over the desk. And go down one more level. And if you look, you'll see over here there's just this little gap that you can't quite get through. But then over next to it, you'll actually see the outside of the other elevator. So in the briefing, Jan Ors told us how there was one elevator going down, another coming back up. And we'll see if we can get rid of these Seekers here. We might need to wait for just the right moment. Alright, tell you what. Let's ignore that, and I'll tell you how to get through the this force field. This one is on a timer, so when it is solid, you can run through it. When it is flashing, it is activated, so quickly make your way through. Get rid of these two annoying little droids. And continue on from there. Clear out this space. And we're actually coming up to a point where you again have the choice of whether or not you want to head back or continue on. I'm going to use this one again. There should be a few commandos here. Nope. They don't seem to be grouping up in ways that make it easy to hit them all with the mortar. Now, once you're in this room with a little sort of sunken area in the center and the commandos there, come to this part of the wall. Just hit the spacebar and we'll find another secret area. And this time, instead of a weapon, it gives us the gas mask, which is F4 to activate. Now, don't leave it on all the time because it does use up your batteries. We'll come over here, and the only way to get that door to open is to hit one of these sensors on the walls, which will open up the doors on both sides. Head on through. Let me get that stormtrooper blasted there. And the gas mask will be very necessary coming up in just a moment. And here you see, there we are. This is the other side of that little pillar that we can't quite squeeze through. And there's the elevator that will take us up. Now through this door here, just going to take out all of these stormtroopers down on the other far side. Careful now, because there is a force field on that end as well. So you need to time your shots with when that force field isn't activated. Now, if you try to step into this room with these glowing lights here, you'll see that you lose health immediately. So if you don't have the gas mask, you need to sprint through and just sort of take the damage. Otherwise, you can put the gas mask on and everything's fine. You can just sort of hang out in here. So same rules again. While it flashes, don't touch it, wait for it to go solid and run through. And now we have the red key. So at this point, we could head all the way back to where we had that red door. Just going to turn the gas mask off. But instead, I'm going to do a little bit more exploration here. Oh, you know, no, I'm wrong about that, because we would need to come back and get the officer's keys, although we may be able to skip that. There's this one around the corner, yes. Good. So you can come around to this side here. And there should be a couple of officers down in this corner. Each one of them carrying a key, a code key. And we will input those shortly. You come around this way. Now you'll see a bunch of shield units down below you. I do not recommend trying to drop down and get to them immediately, because that ground is covered in landmines. So, tread with caution. You can, of course, stand above and throw down thermal detonators to get rid of them, but you probably are just better off to avoid it. And let's see, how are we doing for those? Very good, we'll get rid of that stormtrooper up there. Another one behind him. Oh, we are very nearly at the end of our health here, so I'm hoping that, there we go, we can clear that one out. So what we have here is one path directly across on this catwalk, and another path that is up here, up this little elevator. But both of those are locked paths. If we come down here to the end, you'll find a door that does not open. That's what the code keys are for. We'll head back down. And I believe it is, let's see, if we get to our inventory, we'll see that 4 and 5, those are the ones we had. Yes, 3 we already entered to get the mortar. And so we have the broken X, the delta, and the sort of opened delta. And then a 3 open delta D. All right. So what did I say that was? The X, delta, broken delta. Ooh. Broken delta, very good. And I think that is the top one here. So we can head over. And I believe there's a couple of grands in here. No, just shields and batteries. That's good. Heading back down. And one more. Which was this? Yes, 3, broken delta D. Alright. Went past it. 3. Once more. And D. Very good. We'll hop across here. And this has the grands in it. Rather unfortunate. There's also a landmine in the corner, so I'm going to see if I can't throw a thermal detonator in there and then run. And I fell down here anyways. Okay. Well, I might as well get some of this. Now there is... Well, that's another way to get out of it. That was unintentional, but ultimately advantageous. Oof. Alright, so that one did not clear from that thermal detonator, but I should have known that. Now, instead we're just going to head back to where we were. Back up to the elevator. And you can see here, it's indicating that we are here on the 3rd level, looks like. So let's go up another. And if you could see, on the left-hand side was actually the door that we're meant to pass through on our way through the elevator shafts. Now, we are now finally on the N level, which is the level where Crix Maydeen is. So, let's see if I can clear out this room with a couple of shots. Just one. And that door is locked from this side. We do need to come here to get the other code keys from these Imperial officers. But this is the door that, if you remember from the last video, we were able to get to the other side of it without sounding the alarms, and then come through and come into this room, kill those 2 officers, and grab their code keys, and then get Crix Maydeen back out. This time we've chosen to go the long way. So what we're going to do is now take this all the way back down to the bottom. And again, you'll see that door there, which is the one we are meant to get to. Now, to make our life a little bit easier, we're actually going to send this up 1 level, because you can do that from the outside. And then, once again, race around, shoot that there, a little bit higher. There we go. Head on through. Everything here is still dead, so again, it's a lot of backtracking at this point. We need to get to the first elevator shaft, so we pass through this force field once again when it is solid. Oh, and I've gotten myself stuck inside of it by mistiming my run. Very good. But here, we can take this elevator back up to where we started in this video. So it'll take us all the way back up to the top, to this first level. And once again, what we're going to do is send it down 1 level so that it isn't blocking our path. We can now use the red key to get in here. Turn on my headlamp. Crouch down, open this up, and drop down onto the first elevator. Go through to the second elevator shaft, and because we moved that elevator, we don't have to make that leap in one go. We don't have to get all the way over to this ledge. We can stand on top of the elevator to do it. Now from here, everything plays out exactly the same, so you know the drill from here. Alright, Dan, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.